we were talking about the cook-off and how the whole thing works with the winners and the brisket and the different categories and pork ribs and beef ribs and all that. One of these listeners one of our listeners who was at the cook-off sent us this text. And she says, regarding the cook-off, the way first of all, it's pork ribs. And it's all based off a points system. It's a combination of everything for when you turn in. So they tally up the points for the ribs, for the chicken, for the brisket. Then there's a mystery category, like the brisket pasta we had mentioned, things like that. And so they do the point system, and that's what they add up. And that's what happens. They say your brisket has to be tender and not mushy and all those things. So I could beat it for many years, never actually compete. I had livestock because of how expensive it is, because of what it takes to get to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Always wanted to, but I'm in the local Pasadena, Brazoria County cook-offs, not the big one, because that's
it's all
a
good.
lot to enter.
There's a lot of good cooks in Houston, surrounding areas.
The taste of the South. Taste of South. Texas barbecue was the grand prize.
And you know what, y'all? We're right next to Peppa's BBQ on Gessner and Westheimer. And how many mornings...
Ryan!
When you open the door, Ryan, what do you mean?
Daddy Warbucks here.
Daddy.
Oh, I was like, why are you calling his name?
Ryan always buys us tacos.
Yeah.
Meet Daddy. I want one of those beef ribs.
We can smell the brisket cooking at Peppa's
Daddy.
BBQ when we come to work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not every morning, but you know it when you open your door, like,
5 a.m. I can
amazing.
smell that smoke.
How do you eat that for
coming out.
lunch, though?
What do you mean? That's the one you should eat it, because
feel
you should
like
eat a heavy meal so you can work it off
You're
the
going to
rest
get
of the
back
day.
and
you
fall
go back to
asleep
work.
at your
No,
desk
I'd be
by
so
1:30.
tired. When we went to El Tiempo on Friday, I was exhausted.
You went in a food coma
And
afterwards.
I only filled up on chips and queso, really.
Yeah,
and
queso
I was
gets
like,
ya.
I was like, oh, man.
And you know, I don't even do the queso. Y'all know what I love at El Tiempo? That green
Rula,
sauce.
I had to
green
take
sauce
the
is good.
straw out of Rula's mouth.
I know. I wanted
She
to
was
drink
gonna
it.
drink
Actually,
it.
she
I
didn't even
love that
offer that to us.
green.
You notice
Nope, that was
came to
mine.
us and she like...
She did. She
you know
told
how
me.
prisoners,
She's
when
like,
they get
this
the
is
food,
mine.
they
Put
guard
their
it.
arm around
Do you
it.
know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
The green salsa?
Oh, yeah, it's
so
really
we do the
good.
red
I
and the
wanted to drink
green.
it.
And then they already had a giant queso and a
But
giant
it's meant for the whole
guacamole in
table,
front of them.
Rolla, not just you.
Nope, it was all Rula's.
And I was going to ask them when they dropped one. I was like, can you bring another one? Because somebody might want to try this. But this one's mine.
Yes.
And I actually ended up only eating that.
You did.
Because I moved positions at the table before the food came, and then I wasn't going to eat. Actually, I did have a tortilla and something else, but yeah, that green sauce is life.
If you really want all that for yourself, here's a great move that I do when you go to the restaurant and say, I'm sorry, I've got a cold and I don't want to get everybody else sick, so can I have my own salsa? And then, they bring multiple little salsas out.
So you do that
Or you
because
just tell
you
them.
want
You
it
don't
all?
look like a pig.
I
Why don't you just
tell
ask them?
No, I just
Yeah.
tell them, can we have one more of this?
Lying's more fun.
Now the waiter's going to blame
Surprised
you.
they don't give you like a spoon and they're like, you can scoop it out and put it on your plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
And Ryan, you don't want to be
Sure.
telling people you have a cold in
Yeah.
a post-COVID world.
Yeah.
because
Oh,
then they'll
that's
be
true.
like,
Yeah.
The waiter's going to be sick the next day and blame
Sicky
you.
on table 12
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
Just told me he's coughing
Oh,
in the
now
salsa.
I've had wait staff that was sick, and I'm like, it's okay. I don't need that.
Anything?
No, I'm okay. I'm not going to eat today.
Does Mr. Beast ever
Just
do
kidding.
like salsa giveaways, or does he like, we're going to jump in this giant pool filled with salsa?
Mr. Beast does a lot of stuff on YouTube that we used to do in the radio world.
Uh-huh.
Like-
That's how I feel like he started
Late
with that.
90s and 2000, like the car, like put your hand on the car.
Yeah.
Last one to take your hand off.
When's the
That bit's
car?
been going around since the
Eric,
80s.
do you remember when you and I first started working that I did a TV segment where they got a black belt in karate, this woman, and we had to wrestle in a big swimming pool filled with cream corn?
You wrestled a woman who does karate?
Oh, yeah. She took me down in like 2
Oh,
seconds.
he got hurt.
Like I was kidding around
in a cream corn pool.
in a cream. It was like
He wasn't taking it serious. He was just having
I
fun.
was just having fun, and she was taking it serious.
And threw him down
So-
like did that hip check move where you like...
So I went in.
what?
I was in this big pool. It was about 3.5 feet deep of cream corn.
Yeah, like
man.
probably
I was
like
in a
kiddie
scuba
pool,
suit.
right?
No, I was in a scuba suit. No, it was the kind you get at Walmart. Like where it's like about
baby
3
pool.
feet.
It
3
was a
feet.
deeper...
It was
pool.
deeper.
It
It wasn't like a little tiny kiddie pool. It was a good sized
Have
pool.
you seen my kiddie pool? It's pretty cool.
So
we get to use
Santiago's
again.
looking
We're
Last
going on
night.
Tuesday.
It
They
has
brought
2
in-
seats.
Sam, they brought in like hundreds of cans of cream corn. The smell was so terrible, and I had to wear a scuba suit. So I get in this thing, and I'm just goofing around for the camera.
Corn goofing.
This woman was really taking it seriously, so she put me in a sleeper hold. I went straight
Yeah.
down, and she made me black out, and I went underneath the corn. And it was all on TV. You can actually, I think I said the F word. I'm like, her name was Dawn. I was like, you're effing killing me. And
Can we Google that? Ryan
right
Chase
underneath.
cream corn death?
And you don't know if he peed or pooped
That's
himself.
very odd.
No, I did not
Google
poop
that.
We
myself
don't
in
know.
the cream corn.
There's already lots of corn. You don't know.
Well, I bring up Mr. Beast because, yes, Mr. Beast does lots of stunts, and he says, somebody's going to win $2 million. Somebody's going to win a private jet. Someone's going to win an island, all these things. Mr. Beast is the most followed person on YouTube.
Yep.
In 2022, he had 240 million subscribers and counting. He is only closely behind the Indian record label and production company T-Series in the race for the top spot altogether. And he revealed that he makes $700 million a year off of his YouTube channel.
Oh, my God.
Jimmy Donaldson is his name. We've talked about him before. 2 years ago, somebody offered to buy his YouTube channel for $3 billion.
I thought it was just $1 billion.
$1 billion, and he said no.
Was that all?
Smart move because
Yeah, because he was making $700 million a year. He's getting shortchanged.
Oh my God!
But he said that he does not
Insane.
spend any of the money on himself. He said he says he reinvests every dollar he makes at the point of where you could claim stupidity. He said, just believing that we would succeed, and it's worked out. His high ticket giveaways, like I said, has been $2.5 million private jet, a $2 million private island, and millions more in cash prizes to random people for random things.
It's smart.
it's just fun to watch.
pouring
You
his
guys ever
profits
watch
right
it,
into
or your kids probably watch it?
Oh, my kids
Yeah.
know Mr. Beast. That's how I learned of Mr. Beast.
Plus, he's got his cookie line, I believe. Mr.
Oh, he has
Beast
chocolate bars, but they're not that good.
I never
We tried the
tried
chocolate
They're
bars.
not that good.
They're not. They're no Wonka bars. No.
Yeah.
We weren't excited about the
Didn't he
Mr.
have-
Beast bars.
Did he have chocolate chip cookies too, or
I
something?
don't know.
Or-
He's trying to
But
take on Famous
I
Amos.
thought.
The things that he did that caught kids' attention that was okay for the parents to watch that, I feel like for them to watch it was interesting stuff. Like, you know what Orbeez are? Orbeez are like little slime beads. They're little beads that are inside like a jelly, think of like a round little sack, and it has like jelly beads in it. Orbeez are what that is. And so he would fill a swimming pool full of Orbeez, and they would jump in there. Or he'd fill a house full of the little plastic balls from like the Chuck E. Cheese. The whole second floor, the whole first floor of the
And then
house
people
was
jump into
that.
it, or
Yeah.
do
Oh
And then
my
you would
gosh.
jump into that. It's like things that you would not be able to bring to real life.
It's like
that he
David
brought to
Letterman
real
did
life.
in the 80s.
David Letterman
Yeah.
for years was known for. Oh, by the way, there's a show that Sarah Silverman hosts called Stupid Pet Tricks.
I know, I saw that.
He does stupid. David Letterman is the inventor of stupid human tricks and stupid pet tricks. That was a segment on his Late Show, which is now who does that segment now? It used to be James Corden's slot, but now I don't know what they do there in that slot.
Well,
The
oh my
11:30
God,
slot.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah, but on CBS.
Well, CBS is Stephen Colbert.
I know, but he's 10:30.
That was always David Letterman's spot.
Oh, right, for CBS.
Remember,
You're
he was
right,
on
you're right,
NBC.
you're right.
He took over the Ed Sullivan Theater.
You're right.
He was
He was
NBC.
11:30 NBC, 10:30 CBS.
Yeah.
Right. So he would do these things where he'd put a Velcro suit on, and he'd get the little exercise gym. What's the
The little trampoline.
Like
thing.
trampoline? He would jump on that and stick himself to the wall to see if he could stick.
It was so dumb. It just,
And he said the one
Yeah.
thing that almost killed him was when he covered himself in little Alka-Seltzer discs.
The effervescence
And
was
they
overwhelming.
inserted him into like a
Water.
what's that thing where you hit the ball? The
Dunk
dunking
tank.
booth.
Oh, yeah,
Dunk
dunk
They
tank.
inserted him into a dunk tank, and what they did not realize was the effervescence of the Alka-Seltzer was choking him. Like, think of the cloud of the effort that came over
Yeah.
him, and he could not get real oxygen. So that could have almost
That's so
killed
scary.
him.
You ever see the girls with those mermaid outfits on?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
And they're swimming, and the people can watch them. Like you go
Yeah.
to
Behind the bar
Yeah.
in a
and then the
restaurant.
girl like
Yeah.
can't. All of a sudden, she freaked out.
Yeah,
She's
because
like,
your
she
legs
couldn't move
aren't
anymore, so she had to
separate.
rip it off. And poor little kids are watching. They're
Oh
like,
my gosh.
that mermaid just
Tore
ripped
off her tail.
Yeah, she's
Because
not
she
a
could
mermaid
sink
anymore.
like a stone if she couldn't
Yeah, but
move her
because you
legs.
freak out like
yeah,
that, you're
yeah,
like-
yeah.
scared.
So Mr. Beast, guys, $700 million, claims he is not rich because he constantly reinvests his money into things he's going to give away. He said maybe it's dumb, maybe he'll be broke by the time he's 60, but
I'm
That's
sure
what
he's,
he does.
He's not going to be broke, trust
I'm sure
me.
he's
won't be
taking
broke.
a little bit away.
Yeah, he's not putting
I
He
100%.
might make
so.
700. He probably spends like 600.
At least invest in yourself, like your
that's what he says he does.
future.
But yeah, think about it. If he makes $700 million a year, even takes $100 million, he's still loaded.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
He's selling advertising space as well, so
Oh yeah, there you go. That's
he's not
Mr.
he's not
Beast.
hurting.
It's just silly. Somebody said, fun fact, Mr. Beast lives in Willis. My husband's cousin is his assistant. What? Are you serious? He lives in Willis, Texas?
well. Tell him to come on in here.
I'm going to need more on that, texter. You can give me some more information on that. Is that just a totally made up text that I read out loud?
That's a weird text though.
They're
Why
like,
would they-
hi, I
Rula
just got
reads
Rula to
this."
read that. Sucker.
What else can I get Rula to read?
So say
What
names.
will Rula read? This segment.
birthdays.
Go ahead, Sam. Say another happy birthday.
To who?
Whomever, to the February 26 babies.
Hey, happy birthday, February 26th. Actually, oh my gosh, it's my dad's birthday today. And I
Oh,
said
it's
for
your
him.
dad?
Oh my God, Sam!
You gotta call him up and do that voice.
Light bulb.
I'm surprised your mom hasn't texted you yet.
birthday, Pepsi. I already texted him. Oh my gosh, I'm an
And why is it called
idiot.
Pepsi?
Because my dad is obsessed with Pepsi, and he's a granddad, and so
Grandpappy.
Pepsi. My gosh, I can't believe
remembered.
I'm having a
Already
moment.
there.
Good
Right.
thing
I'm
beer
having a
isn't his
moment.
favorite thing, you know?